This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The Bahamas will host the 2017 Beach Soccer World Cup, and President of the Bahamas Football Association, Anton Seeley, spoke about how this dream became a reality.
You know, we have done big events for FIFA before. We held the FIFA Congress in 2009, and they were very, very pleased with that. In fact, they're still talking about that as being the most successful FIFA Congress ever. And so, from that standpoint, from an organizational, logistical standpoint, they know we're capable of it. And so there was no doubt whether we can handle it. It's just a question of whether we were going to be able to get the government support, which is vital to host a world-class event such as this. And once the Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Sports satisfied the requirements that they were behind our bid, it was, we were fortunate enough to be selected, and I might add unanimously. Everybody on the executive committee voted for us. There were no dissenting vote.
Once again, a proud moment for one of our collegiate basketball players. The Los Angeles Athletic Club has announced its John R. Wooden Award mid-season top 25, which is given to the country's top player, and Oklahoma junior guard Buddy Hield is on the list. At 6'4", 212 pounds, Hield leads the Big 12 Conference, averaging 21.3 points a game. Hield also led the Sooners in scoring 9 times this season in 16 games, including each of the last 3 and 4 of the last 5. The leading candidate for the Wooden Award will be cut down to the top 20 in early February. Hield joins fellow Grand Bahama native Jonquel Jones, who was put up for the award on the women's side earlier in the week. Pro boxer Serena Johnson is still basking in the glory of winning his 3rd international title last Friday at Madison Square Garden in New York. During a welcome reception earlier this week at the Lynden Pindling International Airport, our Charles Fisher was able to catch up with Reno to talk about how it's been going so far in his pro career.
Not since Elijah Obed has a Bahamian fighter enjoyed such success. Now with 3 belts, Toriano feels it's all divine intervention.
I think this is just Toriano's moment, and I'm in a season of winning right now, as my pastor had mentioned, and indeed, the world, not just the Bahamas anymore, the world can see just what Toriano has to offer. They see my potential, so I'm just getting ready to go out there and do what I do best and continue to please the fans and ultimately give God thanks.
He's moving up the world rankings rather fast, just like his hand speed.
It is all in God's time, The speed isn't something that I can say, it could have probably happened later on this year. It still would have been the right way, but how do I feel about it? Indeed, I'm going to tell you, I'm welcoming it. And I'm grateful that I'm able to make it this high in the sport of boxing, and I'm just doing my Christian duties right now. It isn't just the fact of boxing, it's my Christian duties as a Christian. To show young men and women that they don't have to resort to the life of crime, There are a lot more accolades and more respect when you're doing something honest.
American commentators had nothing but praise for Johnson.
They think that I'm an exciting fighter, if not the most exciting fighter on television. They want to get me on television as soon as possible, so we just may be seeing me back on TV again this March.
And fighting on a card promoted by music mogul Jay-Z and Rock Nation, this was the promoters' reaction.
They haven't said anything nice besides Toriano, you are ruthless. But indeed, they do sing high praises, and they are expecting much more out of me. Because they know that isn't the height of Toriano. They know there is much more for me to offer. And indeed, they are right. They are certainly correct. This coming year, Toriano will be a world champion. So not just the Bahamas, but the world can expect to see that happening very, very soon.
Toriano or Torino?
Hey, you can call me whichever. I'm going to knock you over with something.
Long as it's not me, Toriano. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
The Government Secondary School Sports Association continuing with its basketball season yesterday at the Donald Davis Gym. The CV Bethel Stingrays on court in senior boys action against the C.R. Walker Knights. The Stingrays had this one in hand late in the 4th quarter when Knights coach Trevor Grant pulled his team off the court. The referees had no choice but to award the game to CV Bethel.
Totally unsportsmanlike of a coach. It tells about the character of a coach. If you're going to just throw the game like that, let the fellas finish the game. You know what I mean? I don't know what got in his head to him to just throw the game. Mr. Simmons is my assistant coach. He's on the roster. Other coaches have other coaches from different schools, junior, assisting them. So what's the problem? All of a sudden it's a problem because he's getting beat tonight?
They won the game, but it's the principle behind the matter. I'm not even disputing the loss. The whole idea is principles. You understand? That's an insult. You know, when you got junior high coaches coming up to coach with the senior high coach, well, if he want to coach senior high, he need to move the senior high. The senior high coach don't feel confidence coaching, he need to move to junior high.
All systems are go for the LPGA's Pearsall Classic, February 5th through the 8th at the Ocean Club Golf Course on Paradise Island. The event will feature over 100 of the best female golfers in the world, and tournament coordinator Emily Norrell is encouraging Bahamians to become volunteers.
The best way is to go to the tournament website, which is PureSilkBahamasClassic.com. There's also been outreach through the paper with my local phone number. We have training about a week before the event. We blast that out through an email, and we welcome everyone to the course, get them familiar with what they're going to be doing, and that takes about an hour. A lot of it, though, is on-the-job training, but they have fun, they roll right into it, and we just ask them to be flexible, and they love doing it.
The 2015 St. Valentine's Catch Me If You Can Regatta will take place February 14th and 15th in Montague Bay, and the Sands Man the Boat Sculling competition will once again be a part of the festivities.
The crowds have gotten bigger and bigger, and the most important thing is that the scullers have gotten a little bit younger. You know, the old folks know how to scull. It's the young people that don't know how to scull. And we've had some success in bringing out some younger people, and hopefully this year again we've had crowds almost in the thousands on the beach watching. Our finale last year was just unbelievable, and we will be traveling throughout the islands again, trying to find champions from different islands to give Clayton a run for his money this year. Hopefully we will find somebody in one of the islands that can give him a run.
And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.